assault and batteries, but my trunk stay ever ready. Assault and battery, if you scared, you never ready.
Alright, this video series is going to be, it's so funny because someone recommended I do something that's like the most cringiest things wrestling fans do. And I'm like, what a great idea, because there's so much stuff, and wrestling fans have changed so much over the years. And I've kind of been part of it from like the early days where it was just like, hey, let's go to like the airport, or let's go to the hotel they're staying at, to like now you got fans, chasing wrestlers in their cars. I saw a thing on Twitter where John Cena was being followed by fans for autographs, and it's just incredible how crazy the fandom's gotten from like the time I was at my peak, I want to say, as a wrestling fan in 2012 to now in 2026. Before I get to that, if you're new to this channel, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. A lot more videos coming soon, including boxings, vlogs, discussions. The first part of this video I'm going to be talking about is something I'm guilty of. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm some saint and I'm like, I minded my own business for so long, because I was notorious, and we made a whole thing about it, is airport access. Fans who went to the airport to meet wrestlers, stock wrestlers, whatever word you want to use to interact with wrestlers. It's just like, it is what it is. And there's two sides to this story, where it's like, if you're a celebrity, I feel like you kind of check that normal life out the window. And the most of the times when we did it, it was during WrestleMania. So now you're like an Elvis Presley in like Memphis. You can't go anywhere without being recognized. And on one hand, I do feel bad for a lot of these wrestlers who, you can tell they don't want to be bothered. They have their cell phones, they have their hats, they have their hoods, their glasses. They're doing everything they can to like stay incognito. But when you have fans, super fans who travel from all over the world, like myself, I did a lot of from Canada to the USA. Mindset is that you just want to meet as much people as possible. You want the photo, and now with social media, you want those Instagram likes, you want those TikTok likes, you want to do whatever it takes to like put yourself out there. The difference is now I feel like people take it a little bit over the edge. I think a lot of people have, a lot of people have been talking about CM Punk and that whole incident that happened. Mind you, that wasn't at an airport, that was at a hotel. But with an airport, I feel like I don't know if it's worse, because hotel is where they're staying. So I feel like hotel is a lot worse, because that's kind of like a wrestler's house for the week. With an airport, they're coming in, they're getting their bags. But again, I've been guilty of it. I have, flown in. We've just happened to be in the area. We see all the wrestlers coming in, and you're guaranteed to meet somebody. If you're flying into WrestleMania from like a Thursday, WrestleMania, everyone comes in on Wednesday or Thursday. 10, 15 years ago, SmackDown was not always in the city on Friday. So all the wrestlers who weren't on SmackDown, they would come in a little bit early. But, you're going to meet them. And the thing is, it's all about the approach. And you hear a lot of wrestlers like say, as long as you approach me with respect, everything will be fine. But then I've been part of it where you've seen fans, they have like 10 8x10s and like a bunch of action figures. And I think that's what ruins it for everyone. There's fans who just want to go, they want to meet the wrestlers, take a picture, say hi. But then you got guys who want to sell stuff on eBay. They want to be a little bit weird with like certain things, and I feel like that kind of ruins it for everyone. And I've gotten to the point now where I kind of see where I may have went wrong in certain situations. But for me, I've always tried to be as respectful as possible. And I actually uploaded a short of me meeting Stone Cold Steve Austin for the first time. It was during WrestleMania 30. And even looking back now, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. So like, and it was my first time meeting him. So I honestly, that was one of those things I thought would never happen. But I think the approach we took was not good. And someone who gave us the information, who now is actually working for WWE, he was kind of, I don't know, very, very fishy is like the word I'll use, because he had all this insider scoop of like when the wrestlers would come in, what flight they're in, what baggage hall they'll be in. So this guy had made connections with people within the airport and different airports or whatever. So he knew who was coming, when they're coming, what time they're coming, where their bags will be, where they'll be walking, everything. So he is very connected within the community. So right now, I'm not too sure, but at that time, he was very connected, very plugged in. Looking back, just having the information was a little bit of a red flag. But again, how old was I? 24? So I was old enough to know, but again, when you have that tunnel vision of like, I want to meet Stone Cold Steve Austin, I want to like be my idol, basically. Like, this is a guy I grew up since I was 9 years old, 8 years old. He's been like my hero. And he gave us the information. He's like, hey, just so you know, Austin will be coming in on this flight at this time. His baggage carousel will be this one. So if you wait here, he's going to walk right by you. No problem. We made our whole day kind of like surrounded it around like our morning. We booked off like, okay, we're gonna go here, go to the airport, and then we'll do the rest after. To our surprise, thinking that we were the only ones that knew about this, we are shocked to see that there is a whole swarm of fans that are in the exact same spot for the exact same person. That's when I knew that I'm like, damn, people are crazy. And now I am batched in with these crazy people because they're drooling over this. And they're like, I'm nervous, mind you, right? I'm about to, like, I could possibly, I didn't know at the time, that was going to be my hero. But these guys are like, oh, I'm at Stone Cold Steve Austin 10 times already, whatever. And it was like, I'm watching this happen. I'm like, am I really going to batch myself in with, I don't want to say these fans, but like people like that? And it happened at SummerSlam 2019. I remember there was guys camped out at the hotel. I don't even know if I have it on video, but I started yelling like Brock Lesnar's here just to like see them like go crazy. And these guys, I swear to you, they ran. God, like, guys, Brock Lesnar's outside, like he's in the parking lot. These guys bolted as fast as they could. They barely run. They ran as fast as they could to the parking lot, just so I can like get the bit of like them running and being disappointed. But I'm like, these are the guys who will, high through hell, fire, and brimstone, whatever it is. Like they'd walk through hell to like meet these wrestlers. But meeting Austin, it was great. Obviously, I felt bad. Austin was not happy at all. In the picture, you can see he wants nothing to do with me. Me, on the other hand, I'm happy as I could be. I was shaking. I thought I was going to faint. But that's when you learn that like there is a line. And I feel like a lot of people cross that line. And during WrestleMania, I don't think people have limits to personal space for wrestling. Unfortunately for me, I've been in that situation before and I learned from it. I feel like that was really the last time. It was WrestleMania 30, 31 was like when airport access was like a crazy thing. I think 31 we took full advantage of, and that would just happen to be us being in the area. We saw that they were there and we just met everyone. After 32, it didn't really happen. It was more like the hotels after that because we were invited to the hotel. But just crazy. But you see now at the airport, just people will follow you into the washroom. They'll follow you on your flight. They'll wait for you. And I feel like fans are really taking it to like over the edge and to the point where it's like uncomfortable now. I feel like if you do want to meet a wrestler, if you're like a dad with a son, you're just going to have this bad experience because so many other fans around are there for the wrong reasons. And I think wrestlers are kind of getting smart to like who's there genuinely and who's there to like, profit off them or kind of use them for their advantage, take advantage of them almost. Just crazy. I look back and I'm like, man, we did some crazy things, and this isn't even like I've done in other series. I'll talk about other stuff I've done with like just very, very questionable things, right? As a fan. But then again, it's WrestleMania. You really don't think too much about it. And now I see how crazy fans go for like, you hear stuff about, fan. I think it was Randy Orton or Mark Henry. One of them said that like a fan followed them into the washroom to like go to the, just ask for a picture. And I'm like, yeah, let the man piss in peace. But we've all done our fair share of crazy things as fans to meet our favorite wrestlers. And it's just sad to see like fans it's like they almost feel obligated and they feel like they deserve to meet the wrestler. You shouldn't feel like it's owed to you. You're on their personal space. If they're nice enough to do it for you, sure. But if they say no, you're not going to go online and start writing this bullshit. That's the age we live in. Social media just rules everything. And yeah, just crazy to think about. Anyways, that's the video. Thanks for watching and let me know your thoughts about airport access. And I'll see you guys in the next video.